FS1 College Hoops insider, Evan Daniels, with some breaking news out of Queens. Evan.
Yeah, significant news out of Queens, Mike. I spoke to 2020 junior Nate Tabor earlier today, and he has gone ahead and given a verbal commitment to Chris Mullins and St. John's, and this is a significant pledge, a kid they've already spent quite a bit of time on. I pressed him on his decision, and he said it just felt like home. He said he grew up around Queens, has been to campus numerous times, already took an official visit to campus the weekend of December 8th, and they spent a lot of time recruiting this kid, and I mentioned significant pledge, the 8th highest rated player to commit to St. John's since 2003, ranked number 63 overall. He's a big physical guard, Mike. He's strong, he's tough. They plan to utilize him similarly as they do with Justin Simon. They're going to play him out on the perimeter. They'll play him some inside, but it's a kid that brings a defensive presence, and he can really score the basketball. So like I mentioned, number 63 overall in the 2020 class, Nate Tabor headed to St. John's.
Awesome. That's great news right there. Heard first right here on FS1. Also, some big news out of UCLA, of course, earlier this week as the Bruins fired their head coach, Steve Alford. How will this affect those who have already committed to UCLA, though?
Well, that's something that we're going to kind of have to wait and see. I reached out to all three families. There's three kids that signed national letters of intent with UCLA in November. We'll start with Jake Kyman. His father told me that his son is 100% committed to UCLA, so expect Jake Kyman to stick on board with the Bruins. Jaime Jaquez, the highest rated recruit in this class, a top 75 player. His father, Jaime Jaquez Sr., said his son grew up in Southern California and has always wanted to play for UCLA. So I expect that commitment to stick. He said they won't know definitively until they hire a coach, but he expects his son to stick. The one to look at is Grant Sherfield, and his father, Antoine Sherfield, told me that they're going to assess this situation next week. His son, Grant, is at a prep school, so they haven't had a chance to sit down as a family and meet. So they're going to evaluate it next week. He's hoping to get a little more information from the athletic department in terms of a timeline on making a decision and a hire. But I think we'll see at least two of those guys stick with the Bruins, and Grant Sherfield may be up in the air, but he'll evaluate, and we'll know here in the next couple weeks.
All right, see what the future holds for UCLA. The only guy in college basketball that may be able to give Jay Wright a run for his money when it comes to dressing, that would be my man, Evan Daniels. Thanks, Evan. See you, man.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, let's take a look at the Pac-12.